Here we are. Let's continue with the installation of the various integrations within Home Assistant that we will then need to carry out the whole part of home automation, and then try to be able to create and implement a local AI directly on Raspberry that can work totally locally directly on our Raspberry. Always helping us also with devices like this one here that we will see later. What do we need now as a first supplement? I propose Gemini, which we say Google's artificial intelligence. We can integrate it directly into our Raspberry, therefore into Home Assistant, which we will need for several functions. Will also serve us as artificial intelligence if we fail. If we don't want to use local AI, we can use this directly from Google. Nothing. Let's move here on ours. Let's move here on the PC. I'll show you step by step how to install Gemini, and then subsequently how to install all the other applications. The tutorial on how to install Gemini, and then we will continue with all the other applications that we will need for our local Jarvis. So let's start. We are on the Home Assistant page. Let's go to Settings. Let's see on Settings, Applications. In Applications, let's add Integration. Let's write directly here Google. Here it is. We find Google and go to Google Gemini. Down here. Okay, let's wait for the setup wizard. It asks us for the API key. Where do we go to find the API key? Let's go find it here. Let's click on Get your API key from here. So let's start. It opens, let's say, Create. I had already created it, which was Jarvis project. Let's do Create Key. Let's create the key. Create a new key. Here it is. Now let's delve into the API key details. To retrieve the API key, we can copy it directly by tapping on the project. Next, let's paste it into the designated space provided here. All right, done. We created the various devices. These diverse devices form the essence of the system, such as 4 interconnected units. What we primarily require, however, is Google AI conversations for our needs. Let's cut it down a little bit so you see. All right, let's proceed to the next step. Now that we methodically installed all 4 components, the entities, services, and their corresponding tools. By selecting Google AI Conversations, accessing the wheel icon, and then navigating to the gear symbol, a menu appears with customizable instructions. Here we'll input. We wish to interact with Jarvis, a sophisticated artificial intelligence system. We request specific information from it so that it can respond appropriately while maintaining its defined character traits. Returning to Settings, we proceed to the Voice Assistant section. In this section, we add a new assistant named Gemini, defining its purpose and distinguishing it for organizational clarity. All right, Gemini, master of conversation, let's embrace the change and proceed. For speech recognition, why not integrate Google with STT technology? How about trying text-to-speech functionality next?
Hello, how can I help you?
This voice perfectly matches my favorite tone. It's just how I imagine Jarvis would sound. And we set up the speech synthesis. Let's create. Okay, in the speech synthesis I forgot to add what is the voice in Italian. So what do? Let's go back to Settings. Let's go to Integrations. Let's go get integration. Let's do Add integration. Now, let's access Google Translate. In this scenario, we navigate to Google to locate and test Google Translate's text-to-speech capabilities. Up next, set the language to Italian and configure it under the IT language option. Found it language here. Keep the TLD set to COM and configure IT for submission. Lastly, by visiting entities, Gemini can now safely handle conversations and let us observe how everything works. This is the Gemini chat. Let's explore and discuss potential ideas about what Lego can represent in various scenarios. Lego is a construction toy made up of interlocking plastic bricks. Very simple. Let's examine and see how this integrates with an alarm clock and explore various possibilities. Start the alarm. Let's see if it starts. I can't start an alarm clock here. Okay, what can you do then? What can you do? I can control devices in your home, such as turning lights or other appliances on, adjusting the volume of media players, pause, play music. Alright, execute the alarm clock script I created, although I find it hard to adhere perfectly to scripting rules. This raises curiosity about your potential versatility. Alright guys, I showed you how to install Gemini. Now comes the exciting phase, integrating this system into a custom alarm clock I developed with guidance and contributions from Missing Tech. It's Jarvis's alarm clock, so then you'll start hearing Jarvis wake you up in the morning beautifully with beautiful music, and the next videos will be just this. I'm going to show you all the additions that it takes to get to Jarvis alarm clock, and this will be the very first part. Let's do a lot of steps. Although still in its early stages, this initial automation may be considered a foundational stepping stone toward creating Jarvis. Well guys, for this video is all a short video tutorial on how to install Gemini. See you in the next video with all the other applications of easy home automation. Hey guys,